Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and Rockstar is probably watching you right now, and you might not have even known about it. That's right, there's been a new change and an update to Grand Theft Auto Online where Rockstar can basically watch what you're doing and can keep track of certain things that they wouldn't like you to do. And we're going to be talking about that in this video today, explaining all the details, what's going on, and a whole lot more. So I think this all started back earlier in the month, around March 6th, when Rockstar removed the character transfer feature. About a day after that happened, there seemed to be a huge ban wave where thousands, if not tens of thousands of players were suddenly banned, and this would make sense. Rockstar had been teasing this on their newswire, saying how they were going to be cracking down on cheaters. They really want to clean up Grand Theft Auto Online and the economy itself, and it seems like ever since then, ever since they announced that, they've been making small and sometimes big steps to fix the issue that is cheating, I guess in their eyes, in Grand Theft Auto Online. And a couple days ago, the newest change was made to Grand Theft Auto Online to stop players from doing a certain glitch. So this comes from GTA Online News. Tunables updated in Grand Theft Auto Online. Duplicated vehicles will be automatically detected from their license plates. And that is coming from TezFunds2, who is FunMW2. Now, just that alone would be kind of confusing. Like if you were to just see that tweet and say, whoa, what does that mean? That would be kind of weird. So we're going to break down more information that FunMW2 has provided for us today, and let's jump into that right now. So he says, the recent update to tunables have turned on the extra process that checks your license plate. Basically, it's like the caps when they turned them off and allowed people to sell lots of cars without the daily limit, but the cloud was recording all of their activity. Thus, when it was turned on, most people who sold over 50 cars or more over 24 hours have been marked as repeat offender and been forced to only sell 1 or 2 cars every 30 hours for 9 months. Now, selling cars with the same license plate would set your stat number of cars sold today to 99, and it would increase your exploit level. Okay, so I know on the surface that kind of might be very confusing. What FunMW2 was referring to by caps, Rockstar about a month ago turned off the sell limit. And I told you guys that this was a trap, because people who didn't know this was a trap would sell cars over and over and over and over and over again. Thus, when they turned on the limit, their character's account would essentially be screwed, where they would never be able to sell more than 1 or 2 cars per day. And I'm not talking about GTA days, I'm talking about like real life days, like 24 hours. So I think the same thing is similarly happening right now. However, instead of now letting you just sell a bunch of cars over and over and over again and then turning on the limit, it seems what Rockstar is doing now is tracking your car's license plate. It's very similar to how it works in the real world, where no license plate is the same. That way you can be identified in the road. And that's the same thing in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you get a new car, theoretically, it's going to have a different license plate. I know obviously some of them will be the same, but just think of it that way. However, when you duplicate a car, it's given the exact same license plate. So if you sell 2 of the same cars in the Los Santos custom shop, that'll identify to Rockstar, wait a minute, this car has been duplicated. It's likely this person is doing a duplication glitch, and thus what's going to be put on your account is going to be the 99% cars, and it's going to increase your exploit level, which I guess is an internal thing that Rockstar does to track who's good or bad. Now, someone on the GTA forums asked a couple questions. They said, number 1, what would be our punishment? Number 2, so they removed the limits for selling and have added this dupe detection right. And then number 3, dupe detection works for only the newest glitch/duped cars for our garage, or does it matter when or how you copied them? And FunMW2 responded to those by saying, your punishment is having your stat number of cars raised to 99 and your exploit level increased by 2 levels, which is what we said. He said the stat isn't that much of a big deal as it resets every 38 hours. However, your exploit level will determine the amount of cars you can sell every 30 hours, with the max level being 7, and after that, you become classified as a repeat offender. Repeat offenders are determined by 2 levels, low and high. If you're a low offender, you can sell 2 cars every 30 hours. That's real life hours, by the way, for 9 months. If you're a high offender, you can only sell 1 car every 30 hours for 9 months. So man, Rockstar is really putting you in Grand Theft Auto Online jail there, because I mean, selling one car in 30 hours is not a lot at all. Now, Rockstar have this trick where at the moment you reach exploit level 4, 5, or 6, you can sell up to 9 cars every 30 hours, while level 3 is 6 cars and level 7 is 3. I know it gets a little bit confusing. It's just a free ticket to the new Bad Sport land, aka repeat offenders. To answer question number 2, no, the limits are still on with the addition of this dupe effect. And then number 3, he's still gathering more information regarding whether old cars will be affected by this or only new cars. And finally, last but not least, he clears up a question by saying, so what, selling just 2 cars with the same plate would trigger this? He says, I'm not sure if it would trigger after 2 or 3, but yeah, selling with the same plate would force you to hit your daily limit. Now, the biggest fear that I know a lot of people had with this was, what about cars that have the same license plate because you have a custom plate? I'm in that same situation. My entire Fast and Furious garage, the license plate is too fast for you. Many of my cars in game have the MrBossFTW license plate, etc. I'm sure you are the exact same way. It's not going to apply to custom plates. It's only going to apply to cars that have been duplicated. Thus, they've been given, if you can see this, my air quotes here, the same license plate. So basically, what this gives Rockstar is the power to watch over you when you're playing Grand Theft Auto Online if you are doing these glitches and if you are selling cars. For the longest time, there was no way for them to be able to tell what you were doing until you had actually done it. Now, as soon as you duplicate a car and you sell it, it's going to trigger in their system, wait a minute, same car, same license plate, it got sold twice. How in the world does that happen? And it's going to set off their system that you are, I guess, essentially cheating in their eyes. So believe it or not, as soon as I uploaded this video, we actually got a update to this entire situation about 2 days later. FunMW2 put out this tweet earlier today, and it was an update to the tunables. So he said, tunables updated. Now, duplicated vehicles that have been detected are now disabled from accessing the Los Santos custom shop. Okay, so this throws an entirely new monkey into this wrench. Now, duplicated vehicles don't even have to enter the LSC in order for Rockstar to detect them in their system that they're duplicated. Somehow what Rockstar's done is they can determine if a vehicle is duplicated, maybe just by determining if it has the same license plate, and then once they do that, they're able to completely prevent it from entering the LSC altogether. And by doing that, that obviously means you won't be able to sell them because there's no way to sell a car unless you get it inside the Los Santos custom shop. So to me, that is absolutely insane. Another crazy update to this glitch saga. It really just seems like Rockstar wants to clean up the economy as best as they can and just cut down on these crazy duplication glitches. I know with the import-export DLC, there was a huge one that came with the Elegy and the Elegy Retro Custom. So again, very interesting to see what Rockstar is doing here, but it is kind of cool that we now have an update that I think makes it even a little bit more stricter than we originally thought this was going to be. Now you don't even have to go into the Los Santos custom shop to see that your cars are completely disabled. And it'll also be interesting to see what message comes up on the screen if you do try and take a duplicated car into the LSC. So if anyone wants to volunteer and try this out for themselves, let us know in the comment section how that goes, or on Twitter, you can tweet it at me. I'm pretty curious to hear from your responses on there as well. So bottom line, I think this was a very interesting change to Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, some of the things Rockstar have been doing, I disagree with. Some of them I agree with. In particular, I don't know why Rockstar has to be the fun police when it comes to things like the Kuruma glitch with the Pacific Standard heist. I also don't know why they feel the need to remove outfits that I think are fun or have glitched outfits. I don't see anything too wrong with this. However, this one, I'm not sure. This is something that I personally don't do, duplicating cars, so this really has no effect on me. However, if you do this, I want to hear your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comment section down below. What do you think of Rockstar making this change? I don't really know if it's going to affect the economy of Grand Theft Auto Online all that much, and it's only been one DLC, but ever since Rockstar have changed the March 6th character transfer thing, the prices of content haven't all been that bad. You know, the Progen GP1, 1.2 million. You've got the Rustin, which is 400,000. The two classic cars, 700, 900,000. I know it's only been one DLC. And we got Gun Running coming up next, but there is a good chance that everything Rockstar is doing, they're doing for a good reason, and that's to make prices cheaper for everyone else who plays the game. And if that's the case, it's definitely something that I can get behind because I want to see prices be cheaper. I know you do as well. And if it means cutting down on glitches and exploits and implementing systems like this where they can basically watch over us, then I don't really have a problem with it. I have a problem when they eliminate the things that literally harm no one, like the clothing glitches, stuff like that, etc. But I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more down there on this glitch and everything else. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.